What's going on, Bulls Nation? My name's Jordan, and this is just another year's Chicago Bulls. Today, we're talking about a draft prospect that we could potentially take at pick 38, Ryan Conwell, the guard out of Louisville. We're going to be talking about his strengths, his weaknesses, give a little comparison, and then eventually my thoughts on Ryan Conwell and why he should or shouldn't be the pick at 38 for the Chicago Bulls. And before we get into that, I want to know if you guys are excited for this rebuild, for this new look Bulls, and what your thoughts are on how this is going to go and if you're excited for it. So drop a like if you're ready for this season to be here, because I know I am. So a little bit about Ryan Conwell. He's 21, just played his senior year with Louisville, plays the guard position. He's 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan. He weighed in at, I believe, 215 is the weight that he is. So he's got a nice physical frame. Ryan Conwell's 2025-2026 senior year season stats. He was averaging 30.9 minutes per game due to a couple of the injuries at Louisville, one of which being one of the higher prospect guards, Mikael Brown Jr. But he shot 40.8% from the field, averaged 18.8 points per game, 2.7 assists per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, had 0.2 block average, and a 1.1 steal per game. Now, the strengths that come with Ryan Conwell. He's an elite shooter. For not only throughout the season for Louisville, he was knocking down a lot of shots. He was probably the best shooter at the combine workouts. He, in the first drill, the off the dribble shooting, he shot 28 of 30 and went a perfect 10 for 10 on free throws. And then on the 3-point drill, he shot 19 for 25. So he got first in the free throw percentage, tied for first off the shooting off the dribble, and then was one of the top guys in the 3-point drill. He's got a really physical frame. He's got that. He is 214 pounds, got the strong, compact build. He's got the wide shoulders. He has the strength to shield the ball and absorb contact on drives. He converts a high rate at the free throw line, and a decent bit of those contact drives that he takes end up being and ones. Draws a lot of fouls doing that. Head down to the basket, cuts. He moves without the ball. Doesn't just stand and wait for the ball. He's incredibly efficient at reading the floor and cutting to the rim. Finds easy ways to get to the basket, or he finds easy ways to get to the basket when his shooting gravity draws defenders in. The positional size and toughness, even though he's undersized for a real wing, we've seen plenty of double guard setups where your point guard might be taller than your two guard, or you're running your point guard, shooting guard, small forward, small, which I think we've seen a little too much with the Bulls. Personally, if I'm taking Ryan Conwell, I'm sliding him in there at the 2 and letting him play off ball primarily. Um, but he's extremely tough. Got broad shoulders, 6'7" wingspan, 39.5-inch max vert. He's got some solid physical advantages over other guards. So he's pretty well set throughout the whole offensive side. Now the weaknesses that Conwell brings. He's not an overly great athlete. He's about what you would expect for someone to play basketball. He's not like lacking in anything, but he's not overly elite in anything. He lacks a little bit of the elite burst and blow by speed that some guards and a lot of guards have in today's NBA. So it can make it a little difficult for him to create separation against quicker defenders when he's chased off the 3-point line. I mean, if you're playing the primary two, you don't always need to have that blow by speed or that elite burst of agility. So I mean, he can still beat people off cuts. He's just not making the ball handling like drive-bys as often. Which, I mean, if he can't go past you, he's going to go through you. He's physical. He's got the strength. He's going to go through you. The playmaking limitations. He's more of a primary scorer than a traditional lead guard, which is why earlier I'd mentioned playing him at the 2 would probably be the thing that I would do in that position. Because when he's forced to create for others or sometimes over dribble, he can get somewhat turnover prone. So when he's not forced to mainly be looking for other guys and it just happens naturally, he's thriving. But when he's put in the role to be the main person getting other guys involved, I would say he probably thinks too much about it. Which again, well, that also leads into my next point, the shot selection. His shot selection can be pretty inconsistent, or was inconsistent there at Louisville for that last season. He carried a massive scoring burden and shot at a high volume. So he sometimes settled for contested or difficult looks and experienced some extended shooting slumps. With all those injuries that Louisville did have, even though they had a good number of guys that could score when given the opportunity. He took a primary step up and showed up or lacked thereof with some of his shot selections and decisions. And then obviously he's a little short for a 2 guard or a 3. He's at 6'4". I mean, that's a very viable height to be at a 2 guard in today's NBA. So I don't think it's that much of a weakness, especially when he plays as physical as he does and is as strong as he is. I think other things that he's good at or has going for him are more beneficial than him being a little bit smaller. And so the comparisons that I have for him, I've got him as a Wesley Matthews, Luke Kennard type of player. He's an extremely efficient shooter from outside. He is able to knock down those shots off the dribble, off the run, off the catch and shoot. He I mean, the lefty. I mean, that plays a little bit into it. But yeah, for the most part, he's a pretty elite shooter. He can knock down difficult shots, even if some of them aren't the best choices. But I wouldn't say that he's really a shot chucker, but he doesn't always have the best decision of making shot or taking shots, what shots he should take. My thoughts on Ryan Conwell being taken at the 38th pick. I'm definitely not going to be upset with it if Bryson Graham feels like that is the best player at that spot and the best move for this rebuild. I'm here for it. I believe he is projected to be taken a little bit before 38, still in the second round, but potentially could be around when Bryson Graham wants. If Bryson Graham still ends up having this pick instead of trading into getting another first round pick or potentially moving 15 up, I think Ryan Conwell could be a very good pick if he happens to fall to the Bulls, for one, or two is what Bryson wants to go with. I don't think what we're used to, having a Bulls guard overflow, isn't necessarily what we're going into to start the season, at least at this moment. We're more forward overloaded, which I would prefer. And we've got a lot of forwards that will be should be getting minutes. Granted, they're still on the team. So I think having an extra 2 guard with the guys that we do have is a pretty good thing and would be a good move. We're definitely going to need a 2 guard somewhere in this draft. So if, say, Caleb at 4, maybe either Caleb or Booz at 4, and then depending on who drops to 4 could play into who we take at 15, which then would result in potential pick 38 and 56 being changed, whether they feel who is the best for the team and for the rebuild. So, to me, Ryan Conwell would be a great pick. I enjoyed watching him at Louisville this season for the most part. But, yeah, good pick for the Bulls, in my opinion. Would like to see him here. But those are my thoughts. That's a quick little rundown of Ryan Conwell. I want to know what you guys think. If you would like to see Conwell here, yeah, that's my thoughts on Ryan Conwell. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Conwell at pick 38 if he is to drop to the Bulls? Do you want to see Ryan Conwell in a Bulls jersey this upcoming season? Let me know. And we're about 60 subs away from that 1900 mark. So that's our next goal. We'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, and you could even hit the notification button. Get updated on all the videos. Going to be putting out some information whenever more coaching stuff gets released. We're going to be covering more prospects, covering free agents. Going to be doing stuff for the draft, doing a live stream during the draft. Yeah, hit that notification to be notified about all things Bulls news. And that's it for today. So hope you enjoyed, and hope you have a great rest of your morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching. Peace.